you keep trying to win the race. More content, more platforms, more services, more hustle, trying to be the best, trying to beat everyone else in your category. And I'm telling you right now, that is not the goal. Bet nobody ever told you that. Today, I want to show you what the actual goal is and what changes when you finally understand it. Here's what I want you to sit with before we go any further. You are not in this race to be the best. You're in it to become the only person who knows your particular track. Most people never figure that out. And this post, I'm going to show you how. This is the why in the O.N.L.Y framework. You are the category, the payoff of everything we've built so far. Let me ask you this. Have you ever played that racing game at Dave & Buster's? The one where you're in that little seat, wheel in your hands, timer counting down, and you start the race. The goal, to finish the lap before the time runs out. And if you do, you get more time. But not as much time as that first round, just enough to keep going, then another lap and another. And every round you have to earn the next one. Each time, just enough time to continue. That's entrepreneurship. That's what identity work is. That is what finding your O.N.L.Y gives you. Not a finish line, but more time on the clock. Here's what keeps someone in that game. Not talent, not the best car, not the fastest driver. It's knowing the track. That specific, intimate knowledge of this particular course that lets you navigate it with precision when everyone else is braking at the wrong spot. Your only statement is that knowledge, the specific combination of your experiences, your story, your lens, the thing that lets you navigate your category in a way nobody else can replicate. That is what keeps you in the race. Not followers, not ads, not tactics or hacks or trends. Knowing who you are is what keeps you in the race. We've been through 3 letters so far, right? O, own your difference. The thing you've been hiding is usually the thing that makes you unforgettable. N, narrow your focus. Specific is unforgettable. General is invisible. And L, lead with your story. Your resume is what you did. Your brand is who you are. The why is the payoff. Y stands for you are the category. Not competing in a category, you are the category. There's no one to compare to. No better version of you somewhere else. When you find your O.N.L.Y, you do not play the game. You set the rules. Here's what that actually feels like when it clicks. You stop asking, how do I stand out in a crowded market? Because you're not in the market anymore. You're above it. You stop getting, can you do it for cheaper? Because people who are looking for cheap are not looking for you. The people looking for you are looking for exactly what only you can bring. You stop explaining yourself from scratch in every conversation because your positioning does the explaining before you open your mouth. That is the $2 bill. Not better, not cheaper, not louder, just unmistakably, irreplaceably itself. Jesse Cole stayed in the race when he had $1 million in debt and 2 tickets sold. Not because he was the best baseball team, because he knew his track. He knew exactly who he was and what he was building in a way nobody else could replicate. Walt Disney stayed in the race when every expert in Hollywood called Snow White a folly. That's true. And not because he was the best animator, because he knew his track, the story underneath the story, the feeling that nobody else had named yet. And P.T. Barnum stayed in the race when he went bankrupt and lost everything. Certainly wasn't the richest showman, but he knew his track. He could find the thing that made someone impossible to look away from and hold it up so the whole world could see it. That is all your O.N.L.Y statement is. Your track, named. So let me pull the framework together. Again, O, own your difference. Channing Tatum's New Orleans. The story you have been editing out, own it. N, narrow your focus. The accused, guilty or innocent pitch room. Show both sides. I said no. The narrower you go, the more unforgettable you become. L, lead your story. Lisa, and the Goliaths. Your resume is what you did. Your brand is who you are and why you are the category. That Dave and Buster's clock, your only is about competing. It's not about competing. It's about knowing your track so well that nobody else can navigate the way that you can. 4 letters, O.N.L.Y. What outcome? When you do that, you become the $2 bill. The goal of entrepreneurship is not to win the race. It is to stay in the race long enough to become the only person who knows this particular track. So if you want to stop competing and start being the category, here is exactly how to do it. Step 1, go to findyouronly.app. That's findyouronly.app. 8 questions free, under 8 minutes. Go to findyouronly.app. You're going to get a first draft of your only statement. That's step 1. But step 2, that's when really things start to happen. That's when you book your only statement audit at findyouronly.app/audit. That's findyouronly.app/audit. We're going to spend 60 minutes, one-on-one, me and you, where I found the pattern you've been living, but never consciously named. And within 48 hours, you're going to get a massive positioning document with your refined only statement, many variations of that statement, elevator pitch, platform headlines, and so much more. So start today. Go to findyouronly.app. 8 questions in under 8 minutes. Start that journey. Don't be the best. Do not be the best. Be the only. Be the $2 bill.